Yes, welcome to this a guide on reference system recovery guide for FANUC Series OI Mate-MC controller. Important is understand the machine builder. For example, if your machine builder is the Tussor or DMC, understand the machine builder because parameters maybe have been set differently. So this guide is going to help you to unlock, check, and modify parameters without interrupting the machine settings. In case you put incorrect parameters, it may cause overheating, it may cause emergency alarms or damage with the equipment. The causes of this normally comes when in case there is power surge, and then you try to troubleshoot the machine. Maybe you remove the battery because the battery normally stores the memory of the machine. In case you remove the battery, it may affect the some of these parameters. So the battery failure may also be detected in case there is a jam or there is power issues on that battery. It may even lose the LED. Some of the LED for the referencing may not be actualized. You may not be able to home the machine, and it may give you alarm number 300 or 1003 for the purpose of losing the data after losing the data. So how do you troubleshoot this problem? So I'm going to guide you simply a troubleshooting procedure on how to reference your system in case it has undergone those challenges, or in case the battery may have been lost. So why, when the battery loses a memory because maybe you removed it and then you put it on when the machine was off, it may cause the machine to forget the grid values, which are normally the fine home offset that detects the reference switch. It may have possibly lost the parameter bit for detecting the reference positions, so that some of this LED may not light up and the axis cannot complete the zero return. So some of the key parameters we are going to look for this troubleshooting problem on FANUC OI series, FANUC series OI Mate-MC is parameter number 1850, 80, 1815, 1816, 1850 to 1852, parameter 1240, parameter 1242, parameter 1400, and to parameter 1450, 1405. So in this parameter, like parameter 1815, it normally is the axis zero return configurations. We have parameter 1816 is for axis type and feedback. We have parameter 1850 to 1852. Normally it stores the encoder position at home. So if it is lost, normally it has a problem. We have parameter number 1242 to 1242 for the grid shift values. Then you have parameter 1400 to parameter 1405. So I want to go to this machine, this controller. I'll do a simple home button. Then you see what it means for us to understand these configurations. Maybe step by step. Let me show you. Ensure that you remove the emergency button, and then click reset button. From reset button, click home button, then click Z button. From Z button, click positive. The machine goes home. It must display 0. Click on Y-axis, reference machine. Mine is referencing. I'm to pursue the problem if it is not referencing. Then Y-axis also reference. It goes home. So this is the machine. Now this is the machine. The problem, as I was trying to explain, is when you are on this, we need to look at this parameter. How do you get these parameters? Go to your controller, click on, ensure that it's on jog mode. Jog mode, this is a jog mode. Then click on system. Then it comes to this parameter. These are parameters. Maybe I can put that now input. If you click input, it tells you it is right protected. So how do you solve this this problem? Ensure that you change this key, put to 0, and then now input your value. It now accepts. You see, because when it is 1, it is protected. You cannot change. But when it is 0, it is protected. Also, you can change this one called PWE, parameter right access. PWE, parameter right access, should be enabled. So what you do is turn key switch to edit or unlock position. Follow this guide, please. Turn the key switch to edit or unlock position. Then press system on your control panel. go to parameter, scroll to where it is written PWE, and then set PWE to 1. Then press input. In case of any error or any alarm that comes on, for example, alarm number 100, ignore it, because it is telling you that the parameter is now parameter right and axis is enabled. Good. Now go to this parameter number 1815. Number 1815. So the bits are normally counted from right to left. We have bit number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are normally 7 bits. These are, we call them bits. Count them from right to left. We are only going to initialize the bit number 1 and 2. 1 and 2. From right to left. We put it 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So let's go here. Go to parameter 1815. Now move this page direct down, or you can search your parameter. We are going to parameter 1815. We want to change those parameters. But there's something before you do. Maybe the axes are not enabled. Let's go back to another. There's another aspect I want to show you. Maybe the axes are not enabled. You may want to change, but maybe the axes are not enabled. So how do we do? There's this parameter called number 1020. I want to show you parameter number 1020. Enable the axis first. Go to parameter 1020. Enable the axis. You see for the password. These are the password disabled. You see this password. This password. This for the password enable. You have this interface. Each one of them has different interface. So you need to know each of the interface you are going to set for parameter enable. Yes. For the parameter enable. I want to show you one by one. When you start from 0, I want to put 0 input because I will put wrong values. So from here, you have these parameters. So let's go one by one. I show you these parameters, how you're going to change them. Yes, the parameters are only required for us to change. So there's somewhere, these are the passwords. These are the password number for parameter number 211, password 1, 2. These are levels for the password 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. They don't have keywords, so they are all off from bit number like that. So let's go next. I'll show you this the device numbering. Go to these parameters one by one. I want to go to parameter 1020 so that we activate the axis. Maybe the axis are not activated. We activate the axis. This 1020, you see, this is parameter 1020. Ensure that you on parameter 1020, check that the axes are enabled. X axis should be 88, Y axis should be 89, and Z axis should be 90. This is all CNC machines. These are the number that activates their axis. If it was 0, input 0, the axis will not move. It should be X axis should be 88, Y axis should be 89, and Z axis should be 90. So check on that. Then go to the X parameters. Ensure that parameter number 1022, you initialize that X axis number 1, Y number 2, and Z number 3. Same to 1020, 1023. X should be 1, Y should be either 0, then Z should be 2. And then others should leave the way they are. Go to these other parameters. Our parameter was for now reference. These are now for reference. You see, if it has lost those parameters, you may not know the actual values. So on this grid, as I said, we will need these parameters. Number 1240, 1242. This is for the grid shift. If we go to a machine, these are the grid shift. You see here the reference position for 1240, 1241, and 1242. Also 1243. These are the values. If they are missing, we need to actualize a value. Then go to these parameters 14. We have 14. You have parameter 1400. From 1400, you come to this parameter 1400 to 1405 for stroke. For the stroke. So this one, the stroke, we will have to set again. So these parameters, you need these parameters. If you go to parameter now 18. let's go to 1815. I will show you 1815, parameter 1815. This is where we need to change our parameters. Go to parameter 1815, this parameter 1815. Ensure that these are activated. From 1815, we need to set our parameters to read 011, 011, 011, all of them. On which bit? Bit number 1, number 2. How do you count? From right to left. You count, because there are 7 bits, count from right to left. So from this right out to left, this is from right to left. So you have bit 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from X for parameter 1815, X axis, Y axis, and Z axis, change this bit. Move across like this. Ensure that it should be reading 011, 011, 011. You just click value 0 input. You put, for example, 1 input. You come to that one, 1 input. If I put 0 input, it changes. But then I need to put 1 input. So that it becomes 011, 011, 011. That's why I've changed. So you want to change, you save, and then you restart your machine so that you again reference it. But in case the LED are not coming on and there's a wrong value for parameter number 1815, LED will not come on. Remember that the LED will not come on. So you need to move your axis manually to a point where it touches limit switch, so that you will see the machine stops slightly because it has activated the limit switch. Then you go to a setting 0 or return. Then ensure that all you execute the 0 return for each axis. For example, you can start with X axis, come to setting, then come to this setting. You see this setting here, it will display X axis, Y, and Z, so that you move the value for each axis one by one, so that the LED now comes on when it has reached its reference. That's restoring the reference counter number. You using now 1850 to 1852. But if you are activating the parameter for axis or referencing, you use 1815. But when you are returning the reference counter, you use 1850 to 1852. Are we okay? If you go down here on this parameter, come this system, on this parameter, you go to 1850, you will see this parameter for 1850. It is supposed to be here. 1850, they are here. 1850 for the grid shift and 1851 for backlash shift. So you need to activate these parameters, even up to 1852. And then, if this reference, the ref still is not lighting up, maybe home the machine, or also check the proximity sensor. Go to system, diagnosis, then click input signal. The signal will show, and then using joke mode, slowly move your machine to each of the positions for X, Y, and Z. In case it doesn't show, use PLC mapping, PLC ladder. It will show where there's disconnect, because maybe the wiring is default. Or ensure that you check the machine builder ladder using PMC parameter, and then check that all address for each axis. It will show you the all address for each axis. And then those address are the one now you come to input on your parameter 1850 and 1852. After referencing it, maybe you have now made it successful. Set the grid shift parameter value that you read to 1240 and 1242 parameter. You need to put your machine to jog mode, and then mechanically or manually move your machine to home position. Record the coordinate it reads. Then enter the reading, negative sign if needed, if it has a negative sign, to the parameter 1240, 1241, and 1242 for each axis respectively. So you move the machine to X axis, take the reading, go to parameter, then put the parameter under 1240, 41, 42 for each axis respectively. Then cycle, click power start to update. Automatic, click the power button to start it. Cycle start. There's a cycle start button on a machine that you need to click. Cycle start button on a machine. this cycle start button on the machine so that it can update. Then perform a 0 return again so that the LED comes on constantly. So as a checklist is for you to search, you need to, for you to set the parameters, unlock the key switch, and then set the parameter write access or enable to 1. Check the parameter number 1815 for each axis on bit number 1 and 2 and make it to be 1. Rehome each axis manually. Rehome each axis manually to switch and then return the home button, or verify the signal using diagnosis page to see the disconnect or the PMC or the PLC ladder. Then set the grid shift on parameter number 1240 to 1242 to the correct value that you had recorded. Save and then reboot. Once you reboot, you now set again PWE to, that is parameter or write enable to 0. Then in case the battery has been damaged, because once the battery has been damaged, understand the battery of the CNC machine, it may lose or forget the absolute machine positions. It may forget the reference points. It may forget the offsets, tool data, and some key parameters, which that's why you may find machine gives you emergency alarm and the spindle or overheat alarm. That is normally number 300 for APC and 1003 for emergency and the spindle. So you need to check on these parameters. So in case the battery has effect or it was lost, because you may have removed the battery and replaced the battery when the machine was off. That's the problem. It may lose the emergency encoder data. It may lose the 0 return, that is the home position. It may lose the work offset or tool offset. It may lose even the parameter. So you need to use the machine builder parameter reset to default if you have the password. Some of the alarm it may give you in case it will lose this one, like parameter number alarm number 31003, because it detects the spindle overheat or there's misorientation of the spindle because some parameters were not initialized well. So you can replace the battery from the actual manufacturer depending on the key parameters of the battery that was there. Check the key parameters over there. These are some of the key parameters, for example, you can look at when you want to replace a new battery. It is important, note this, when you are replacing the battery, ensure the machine is on. Don't replace the battery when the machine is off. Then after replacement, power off the machine and then power on again, and then the is alarm will remain until you rehome all the axes. This is a key procedure you need to follow. You can now reinitialize your reference points or home positions for FANUC Series or iMate, like the Tussor manufacturer or the builder. Go to turn on the machine, clear the emergency using the reset button. When you put on this, emergency come on, so clear the button, click on the reset button to clear. From there, go to MDI or joke mode. This is the joke mode, and we have the MDI. If you clear the emergency, release the emergency, then you reset. This is the edit mode. For you to edit anything, it must be edit mode. This is your MDI. This is your joke mode. So you can use MDI mode here to ensure that you are in MDI mode or joke mode. You can use the MDI mode or joke mode. Machine will show you here the mode you are picking. And then move each axis, X axis or Y axis or Z axis, slowly in joke mode to the machine reference switch button. So you will initialize using the this one. You are moving using joke. If you are using joke mode, you can use this one to move slowly by slowly to where the axis is required. For example, if I move with Z, I can go to Z negative. You will see this one moving. Yes. Then after doing that, go to setting PRF, that is PREF, and then 0 return. You go to setting, it's a setting here, then ensure that you're using setting. This setting here will show all the parameters you want. And then from there, press the 0 return button, This return button is this one. After pressing this return button, you are able now to move the axis to where it's supposed to go. This one will now ensure that all the parameters have been reset. To recap, entering those parameters is needed. Use 1815 for zero return and signal, zero return signal and direction. Use parameter 1850 to 1853 for reference counter axis. Use parameter 1240 to 1242 for the grid shift, that is fine home adjustment. Use parameter 1400 to 1415 for travel shift positive, the direction for the soft limit distance. Then use parameter 4000 to 4080 for spindle and alarm configuration to verify that the spindle is well oriented. Another key thing you need to understand is what you call backup. If you have the USB disk or the disk required for that machine, back up the parameters. Or if you have the original disk that came with the manufacturer or the builder, use it to back up or to restore the default parameters. Because somehow most of the people, they enable the password and then they change the parameters. If you change the parameters of FANUC, it will affect the output. So our overview is that ensure that you enable what you call parameter write enable is restored. Once you have done everything, go to system, parameter, then PWE, put it to 1. Turn parameter key switch to unlock. Then enable the correct values using either the backup values or or a IM sheet, that is the original manufacturer sheet. Then turn the PEE, that is parameter write enable off. Then reboot your machine. Your machine will now work well. After rebooting the machine, the alarm will disappear. You can now go to MDI. You test your machine using MDI. You put maybe 0, for example 0M03 spindle speed 500, and then you execute. The machine will now pick and run. This is how you troubleshoot your machine, and it's very key step in your troubleshooting your FANUC machine. If you click on the position, you now will see the machine has come to the original point. Once you do reference your machine, the machine will be at 0 point. Even if you move the axis, you will see the machine is now at 0 point and all parameters are well set. This is a procedure on how to restore your machine. Thank you and have a lovely day.